Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Factorio. I have gone and duplicated up my iron production over here to get, well, twice as much iron production. Shut up, it's early in the morning. I also still can't stop playing Factorio in general, and as a result, I am quite a bit ahead of the YouTube series at this point. So I really do apologize. I'm sure there has been some fantastic advice in the comments and whatever, and I simply, or, corrections, even, well, like, more than advice. There's probably been corrections about mistakes I've been making. But unfortunately, I can't stop playing, therefore I will not be seeing these most likely very helpful comments until well after I record all these videos. So I do apologize for that, because one of the things I do like is getting feedback and assistance with this, but addiction gonna addict, I guess. So anyway, doubled up on this. And we need to wire things up just a wee bit over here. Where is that coming in? Right, we've got our 8-way balancer over here. Now we're stealing a couple of those lines for the steel, which means really we wouldn't be using the 8 directly into this, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll just piggyback. So, like, left 2 iron smelters might get starved out from time to time with iron ore if we steal some of it for the steel, but, that's probably fine. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the bottom 4 are still going there. Let me go ahead and wire the next 2 anyway, because it's a pretty simple thing to arrange. I guess we'll have to go underground slightly. I mean, I could rearrange the coal, but, who cares? This is fine. You're going to go there. You're going to go there. And you go this way, and you go that way. Boom. Okay, excellent. All right, let's drag you out. Try to use the speed boost. I'm going to go ahead here and do that. Because, yeah, we have a lot more ore coming in now, because we've hooked up the new station. So we just gotta make sure we're using it as quickly as possible, because we actually, like you can see here, the trains are being, like, backed up here. I don't remember if I had that going in the video last time, but I've made 2 of the 4-car trains coming from our new ore mine for iron ore. Also, right over here, this used to be a bit of a copper mine. That's clearly been, it's run dry some time ago, and needs to be probably deconstructed a little bit more thoroughly over here, because these are not working, so what's the point in keeping these guns around? Something like that, and that's got to be cleaned up. There had been a train on there, so I didn't remove that right away. We don't have any radar coverage over here? That seems a little, like, not what we want. I'm going to do that. I will drop a couple of gun turrets in here just in case. All right, back to where we are over here. My bots are having to work like crazy. Well, partially it's the construction bots, which I have just, required a lot more stuff for. So, what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm just going to go and split off of here. So obviously we're not going to be getting maximum throughput, but that's just the way it's going to be. We can do things later where we get even more iron ore or something of that nature, but for now it's going to be okay to just do this. So I think our steel production, just because it's quite slow to get through, I think the steel production will still be okay. It does need more ore. No, I think it's going to be fine. I might be wrong, but I think it's going to be fine. In any case, right now, if our steel's going a little slower, that's all right. We're probably going to... it's not very big anyway. We're not using that much steel. I think we need a crazy amount of steel when we do get to spaceship building. I think we need it for, like, the low-density... oh, come on. The low-density whatchamacallit, like, that you use to build the... like, the rocket and or satellite with. Something like that. I might be wrong, but we'll see. We're really hitting the limit of the space that we've got here for this. If we want to have, like, more insane... Are you seriously not in range of that thing? If we want to have more insane smelting, then we'll just have to build it somewhere else, like a dedicated train station just for crazy bulk smelting. Although we probably won't get rid of this area because this is still really good for feeding the bus. It'll become something more like, okay, well, this keeps feeding the bus, and instead of having a train station here, I don't have radar coverage right here. Does that seem odd to anyone else? Anyway, but for like the circuits or some damn thing like that, we have a dedicated thing. Yeah, it really needs to, we need to extend this to a 2-car setup as well, just so that we can dump our iron plates faster. Like, we could build a lot more little 1-car trains, but yeah. Well, you know, keep relearning the lesson. Nice little backlog over here, which is interesting. I think this could be upgraded to blues as well, because, but I think the easiest thing to do is just to extend it to a 2-car train. We've got enough room here. We might actually be able to support like a 4-car train setup. And since it's at the bottom here, we might be able to do the same. Now, we don't actually need that many plates. Actually, I would bet we'd have a hard time fitting 4 cars in here. Although this is all obsolete. We actually can clear all this up. I'm going to leave the Roboport. And I have to make sure to leave the power cables, which I failed to do. There and there. Okay. Let me get rid of this rail. And, oops, and this rail over here. Now, we may have to move the power cables as well. But yeah, we can extend that one way or another. Now, I suspect that the 2-car, just like over here, 2 cars is going to allow us to unload with all the speed that we need. But we may go ahead and like be ready to unload from 4 cars. We might just use 2-car trains, but we might be able to unload from that. We'll see how it goes. All right, so this is trickling in. Again, I suspect that we will not be using everything at the end, but we'll take another look at that. So, speaking of taking a look at that, we're going to go and I think I'm going to deconstruct this whole thing. Yeah, let me do that. Because we're going to want to feed all of this into an 8x8 balancer. I'll probably leave that that 4x4 balancer here. Actually, I think we'll need a little bit of extra space. Let me get this out of the way. That'll be fine. Are you still... No, we must be providing engines somewhere else. Well, we'll see what happens afterwards. Let me clear that, and actually get rid of these guns. That gun over there. Okay. So, 8x8 balancer. Do I have it? I do. And I'm trying to figure out the best spot to place it. Because I'm going to have to curl around to the trains in some way. If I put it... You know what? If I put it here, I think we have enough room. I hope so. Because it would suck to have to move it afterwards. But I think we're going to be alright because... Oops. I wanted you to go in the opposite direction. Sorry for the confusion. 8x8 balancer this way. Okay, well, you know what? Let me draw this bit out first. 3 like this. So you're going to go this way. You're going to go that way. And then you're going to go here. There we go. And I want the balancer to be just above this. Like that. And going in that direction. And we'll pull back a little bit here. There. That's going to be fine. Okay. So you come around and do that. You do that. Excellent. And one more over there. Okay, and then we're going to have 4 that come in this way. And so you can... You're just here to make sure we've got fuel going to our train. Like that. Okay. Not a very important thing necessarily, but we would definitely start to feel it if we didn't have it. Now, I'm going to be taking the top 4 lines off of this and feeding into the train system over here. I'm going to take 2 of these to go... Oops. What's being destroyed? It's probably... Wait, it's down here? Seriously? I had no idea we'd be attracting some new types of critters over here. Where the hell are they coming from? Pollution overlay? Yeah, probably from right over here. Yeah, because they did clear a fair amount of space over here. Not enough. I ran out of guns to fully clear everything, but there's a fair amount of gap, and we've got a good amount of guns near the ore mine over here. Okay, so we'll have to do something about that in a second. So you're going to go that way, and like that. No. You're actually going to go this way to the second car. That's going to happen in a second. And this one here is going to feed into that. Now, the other 2 are going to be going to the other side of the train. Excellent. Okay, now, you're going to come here, and down, not down that far, to here. Come on, rotate the right way. There we go. And here. And there, and oops, shit. We gotta do this one further. Awesome. Like that. Okay. So we're still not using all the inputs, but let's make sure our outputs get wired up first. I have no idea if this is something that... Oh, it's clearly not working because I think we were manually feeding in steel in the top box. So this whole thing can just go away. It does nothing for us. Goodbye. Cannot insert engine. Let's get rid of an excess roboport. What are you trying to load into me that... I don't know, I've got all these batteries. I have like a million engines. Oh, I guess from like deconstructing some of this stuff. I like having like one stack on me to be able to build locomotives on the fly, but yeah. Okay, let's get these inputs wired up. I know this isn't like the most exciting stuff, but it is a very important part of growing our little system over here. I'm still behind, like, you know, I think most people end up doing massive bulk production a lot earlier in things, and so I'm sort of doing stuff now that should have been probably set up in the mid-game, and we're really in the late game at this point. I mean, we could research the rocket tech, and we're probably not that far from actually launching a rocket, honestly, if I was properly organized for it. How are we doing for... I was going to say I'm probably not in the logistics area. I'm in a slight little dead spot. Need to get some more red stuff delivered to me. Can I fit that in there? No? Okay, let me move this cable. Because it seems like a perfectly fine place to drop a roboport. There we go. Good. We're mostly covered in the logistics network. Just got to wait for some more red stuff to be delivered to me. Meanwhile, I'm going to have to get these trains going and out of the way. What I'm going to do is... Please don't kill me. Thank you. Is I'm just going to break right here the entrance, which coincidentally coincided, that's right, with the movement of the trains, but that's not why they moved. I'm just making sure no train will start moving this area. So once this thing gets dumped, it'll be gone. Let's go and connect this bit here to the other side to make it go a little faster. Well, do I know how I'm going to extend this station? If it's going to go longer this way or not? Not really. Drop some bombs over here. Damage some stuff, but that's okay. I could extend it in both directions. Yeah, because I was going to wire the other side, but we don't actually know. Well, tell you what, temporarily, even though this isn't going to be actually how it goes, I'm just going to connect you so that you load that train faster so it goes away. So that I can rip this apart and hopefully embiggen it and improve it. Are you lined up in an awkward spot here? Are you... Yeah, you're going to be in the way. I need to move you just, like, slightly higher up. And that makes me pick up logistics bots, so we can dump those. And dump those. I lost a bunch of construction bots fighting fighting some stuff. And it looks like if putting a request for construction bots does not actually load them from the logistics network, unfortunately. So I almost need to put, like, I think I need a buffer where my construction bots are built, which actually right now, the construction bots, I think, are on standstill here. Because I went and removed this little pit here. Because I was like, oh, I got enough construction bots. But what I think is, I need to load them into a box right here and put a little logistics thing in it. Yeah, I don't think I can do that at range, though. But yeah, just to make it so that this thing doesn't grab from the box unless there's more than 50 bots in there or something like that. And then I could put in a request to get things to repair. Okay, you guys are done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and change this up a little bit here. We're going to do this. I'm still... Okay, first of all, let's get... No, I want to keep that around. That's handy. But I can trash all these others. I don't need you right now. I don't need you. I downloaded a blueprint book to check out some of the science ratios because it's still something I want to do. Empty blueprint book and the miners. We don't need you right now. Excellent. Okay, let me pick this stuff up again, and then that'll get auto-dumped. And that's going to be okay. Clear you. And, yeah, remove this stuff. All right, so now the question is, how far can I go and still have the curve work? I mean, unless I put a little dummy piece there that makes it a little easier to see. Okay, I can clearly go a little bit further. That seems to be pretty much the limit. Okay. And I think, actually, we may, just because it's hard to line everything up, we may end up having to, like, break this apart. We'll see. I'm going to leave you here for now. And grab from my rail. Just, do we have enough for a 4-car loading? Yeah, see how it, like, jumps? Can't use it quite as is, but mostly. And the answer is yes, I do. I mean, obviously I don't have enough inputs because I'm only grabbing from a few things. But I could future-proof things. So let's do that. So I'm going to click like that. And then, yeah, I have to go and trim. I don't know if it's how much of it we need to trim. Oh, that is actually correct. Something like that. And these things have to be replaced because they're going the wrong way as well. All right, so a bunch of iron plates are being dumped. I will probably at this point set an auto trash in here too. Just keep 100 plates. I don't even, like, I really don't want to be handcrafting stuff, but it's not the end of the world if we end up with a few on there. You're actually in a fine place. You're not going to be in the way. This rail line, we're going to figure out a new way to get the rail, the coal over there, which is fine. So what I want to do is place the blueprint again, now that these things, they haven't all been cleared out yet. But some have. There we go, because we just want to get the red things going the right way. Okay. So, I think this was just called the iron plate pickup. Iron plate pickup. We could check. Yeah, so 2 trains right away are, like, using them, and can't be reached right now. Oh, yeah, because I still have the brake over there. So if I go and fix this, I believe those trains, or at least the one, is going to start moving this way. The other one's still got some other job to do. Yes, no? Yeah, good, you're coming. Okay, good. Now, you're clearly going to be in the way. And actually, let me get rid of you for a second here. Oh, and you're still wired up. Oh, from there. Excellent, although I can see we don't have a complete connection over here. So let me go ahead and do that, just to make me feel a little bit better about things. So what we could do here is just split the inputs here. So you're not going to be going there anymore. if we upgrade these to blues, it won't be quite so bad. What we might do is just change, you know, how this feeds in from the bus or whatever later on. So what I want to do is do that, but then take this and grab a splitter. And do that. Actually, going to blues really won't make any difference because the inputs just can't possibly support that kind of stuff. Oops. Over there. You're going to go that way. And you're going to go that way. These things are mostly going to sit pretty heavily idle for a long time. And they'll fill up, and they'll just be like holding a ton of iron that isn't necessarily being used. But I think we're going to have 4-car trains later on, and it's going to become more meaningful. So these things will fill up, and then all of the throughput will go to the front, which is only being fed off one. I need to change how this weaves, actually. Because if we do something like this, then the 2 front ones are both going into the 2 back ones. So when the 2 back ones fill up, both of the front little routes will get full saturation. That should be what happens. These guys will just back up and stop, and then everything will go to the 2 front ones, which is going to be perfectly fine for our shorter trains. And if we end up with a longer train, then that'll be okay. So we got a bit of a priority thing. I think there's a better and smarter way to do that. I know there's certain things you can do with some like circuit type condition things as well for this, but I think that's going to be fine. I don't know. Now let's get the other side loading. And we'll do something very similar here. So you're going to come in here. I guess we have to stop one short of this. So you're going to feed into the first one and the third one, which again will backlog eventually and be less of a problem. And you need to go up to here. And say do that. I'll have you continue to over here. And then from here, you can go this way, that way, and then borrow an underground. Boom. Okay. I probably have to put a signal here so that as soon as this leaves, it can just go. I feel like I'm going to put one extra signal over here to be able to park trains if it comes up, but we've got the parking spot right over there. That's going to be fine. All right, so yeah, again, we're not getting full throughput on everything right now, but that's okay. We don't need the greens right now, but the greens do load slightly faster. So I'm going to set that up for the front bits. Whoops. Because it's kind of a little bit more relevant now. Actually, I should just do everything, because why not? It's not like I have a mass of greens just waiting to be... What is this? There we go. I have greens. They'll be delivered to me. There's no reason to be sort of like ginger about it anymore. Just, even if it's not actually going to help the throughput somewhere, it's not hurting, and who cares about the extra material cost? Yeah, you're the one that's the hybrid. I think you're servicing the batteries. So you are loading from both sides. And again, at some point, these will fill up and then start to backlog. Over here. And that's going to be fine and good. Oh! I never did hook up this, this production line. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Alright, everyone's going. Everyone's outputting. Bunch going to the bus. And yeah, half and half over here. I'm okay with that. So, what we're going to do is we are going to head on over. You know, it'd be great if we could just ride a train for it. Wouldn't it? It would. This one over here. I assume you are probably going to the green iron drop off. Yeah, let me get on you. This guy, I'm going to tell you to go to the battery drop off right away. I'm going to let you park and then just flip you onto manual for a second. Thank you. And I'm going to give you all your cars. Because you are, in fact, going to be a 4-car train. Right now, we can't unload from a 4-car train. That's okay. Now I'm going to hop right back onto this, and I'm going to tell you, go to the green circuit iron drop-off. You know, you're far from a full load, but that's okay. Wow, it's amazing how much slower the train goes. And I'll have to leave him parked just outside of the area. And then build up a 4-car station. Yeah. And then there's still, I think we have 2 cars going here, so we're going to have to make an alteration to the other one, but that's okay. Okay, you stop, go to manual, and back up. You're going to block our entire line over here. How come I can't back up more? Do I have to pick a direction? Oh, you know what? It's because I think it backed up straight, and there's this tiny little schmutz of badness over here. Okay, so yeah, you're going to do this and completely cock up our productions. This right here, I think. There we go. Oh my god, that's so funny. It's found a way to path around. Wow. Okay. Let me break that. Just because I don't want any trains in this area. I suppose I probably could advance this train over here, because that would be a fine place for him to sit and wait and not block everything. Hold on, let me do that then. If I get on you and just, yeah, leave you over here, or just past the station, that's going to be all we need to do. Anything vaguely like this is going to be okay. Alright, you sit there, that way you don't actually block the traffic. I think this guy's just in the way, so we got to pop you. And I would still like to be in the general logistics area right now, so let's put this here. And I realize there's a lot of overlap, but that's going to be okay, and then we'll figure something out. So if I go and just destroy all this, let's use this because there's, wow, redundant stops there. We don't need this many cables. I'm just going to go and trim this back so that we can improve things later. Now, what I don't have is a blueprint for 4-car unload. I have the 2-car unload, and I think I'll just use that, repeat it twice, and then I should actually make the 4-car loading. Does direction matter at all? No, because it's just the unloading bit. It doesn't actually have the station. There's, like, literally 0 directionality here. It's purely symmetrical. So, if we can get you... I'm having a hard time seeing how this is supposed to line. Ah, see, it moves in chunks of 2. And it's... Is there any way to override that? That's kind of annoying that they're not synced up for some reason. Well, that's okay. Let's you know what? We'll just do this. It's fine. Woo! Go construction bots. And it means we'll end up having to move the stop afterwards and figure that out. See, this is why I need more goddamn construction bots on my person. I suppose a bunch of them are going to be parked in here, actually. Good. Grab all these construction bots. Now I have 33. I also have a logistics bot for some reason. There. You go there. And, oh, some more construction bots have just parked in. So I got 40. I think I can run up to 35 right now. I got 25 here and 10 over here. Yeah. But I want more than I can actually truly do because I want to have spares in case something gets smashed. So we're going to go and remove that because that's not going to work out. Okay, that, and then we need the train stop. For frack's sake. That's why I need the full blueprint. I actually need to do this a little further down. Is it? Oh, shift. There it is. Okay. And then click on this. And then there. Okay. So now, if I do this, I should be able to get things lined up, especially if I remove some of this stuff. What? 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 Why can't I get this to goddamn line up? You're not going to tell me I'm going to have to do this whole thing freaking manually once just to get it... Like... Can I, like, put this in between these little chunks? Like, look at this! Why can't we get this to all line up? Oh, well. Alright, well, you know what? This video's gone on long enough. I guess I'll just, like, manually go and organize this. My poor bots. Like, hold on. Make up your mind. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Oh, that used to be an old T-junction that went sideways. We can probably just dismantle that whole thing. I guess I will have to go and place everything manually to get it to line up properly, which is highly annoying, but I don't know. That's okay, though. I mean, we'll do it once right, and then we'll have the entire blueprint for the entire 4-car unload, and that's going to be okay. Let's grab some more stuff over here, just to save the bots a little bit of trouble. Okay, now... And I'll do that. I'll build up the station between episodes, because obviously we've done it about 1 trillion billion times now. And you don't have to see me mostly get, like, super salty still about what the hell's going on. I don't... I'm sure there's probably an input or some way that I could have arranged things to not be all stupid, but I could not figure it out. So we'll just do the entire blueprint from scratch over here, and then we'll have it for the future, and life will be good. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.